here's the comparison video I said I was going to make between the Burt's Bees Refreshing with Pink Grapefruit and the regular Burt's Bees Pink Grapefruit. Now, these two products are super similar. They are virtually identical, but there are a couple small differences. They are noticeable, but basically only if you have both and check them side by side. Otherwise, they're so similar that if you bought one, used it up, then bought the other, you probably wouldn't really notice a difference. But I'm gonna compare them for you guys because I really want to know what was up with there being two of these, because I figured there had to be some difference, otherwise they would have just used the same name. But yeah, so first off, I mean, naturally they're both sticks, they're Burt's Bees, but the packaging itself, although similar, you can see in the little ribbon that the title is on, it's a little bit lighter on the Pink Grapefruit one, and with the caps, it's hard to see it on camera, but the Pink Grapefruit one is like a single shade darker of salmon than Refreshing is. So that's kind of interesting right there, that they're not identical, and they actually are flip-flopped on which one's lighter, which one's darker for that. Now, I studied these labels to see if there was any difference whatsoever in the ingredients. And there is, but not by much. There was two differences that I noticed, and if you pause it, you'll probably spot them yourself. I'm holding this where you guys can see this. But I am going to point it out for you guys, because it took me a minute to figure it out. Now, for those of you who are unaware, the way that ingredients lists are written, the closer to the top of the list something is, the more there is of it in it, and likewise, towards the end of the list, there's the least of it in it. So, like, the first thing it shows has the most, last thing is the least, and that's how you can tell how much of something is in a product just by looking at the ingredients. Now, it starts out looking pretty darn identical. You've got sunflower seed oil, coconut oil, let's see here. I'm trying to read through the viewfinder on here. Beeswax, and then it hits the difference. On the Refreshing one, the next thing is aroma flavor. And on this one, it's castor seed oil. And then the next ingredient flip-flops on them both. So this actually has a little bit more aroma in it than the regular Pink Grapefruit, which I find really interesting because the Pink Grapefruit one is the one that smells more strongly, so how does that even make sense? I don't know. And then the other difference that I noticed is that the regular Pink Grapefruit one contains citral, which is nowhere in the ingredients of Refreshing. So it's like, I wonder what's up with that. So there is a very subtle difference in their makeup, but it's very similar. Now, they're both natural and organic. That's nothing to be worried about. In terms of limited edition, I don't think either of these are. The amount of product's the same in both of them. It's 0.15 ounces. I don't think either of these, they don't have any expiration dates. So, use your own discretion. Price point's the same on them. Whatever you find Burt's Bees going for is what, it's the same for either one, but most places will only sell one of these or the other one. It's very rare to find both being sold at the same place, I've noticed. So maybe the storekeepers, when they buy stock, think that they're the same thing, even though they're not. And naturally, sturdiness is the same. It's the same type of packaging, just very subtly different colored and labeled. No SPF in either one, no medication in either one. And then the scent. I'm gonna do it side by side just to double check one more time. Popping them back open. It's gonna make me sneeze. Excuse me. Yeah, the regular Pink Grapefruit one is the very slightly stronger one, although not by much. They are very close to being the same thing. In terms of color, they both go on clear. I think they both have the same colored wax as well. I'm gonna pop them open for you so you can look. Oh, okay, alright. Pink grapefruit actually is a little bit wider than refreshing. So that's another slight difference. Could be the citral, I don't know. I'm gonna pop these back closed now. Peel off whatever that little fuzzy is. Or not, it's stuck under the label. Fine, be that way. Flavor-wise, refreshing doesn't have one. And with pink grapefruit, I'm not sure if it's psychosomatic or if it does have a very subtle flavor there. I feel like I pick up on one, but it could just be that that scent is so strong that my brain thinks it's tasting pink grapefruit, but hard to say. Consistency-wise, there is a difference. This one is considerably thicker than refreshing is, so that's the other thing, where if you're trying to pick between these two for what's right for you, I would say the deciding factors are how thick do you want it to be and how much do you want it to smell. So those would be your determining factors. This one's thicker, this one's thinner, this one has more scent, this one has less scent. So depending on what you want, this is like pink grapefruit light, in my opinion. But yeah, other than that, every other point they are pretty much identical on, so I'm not gonna go through them. But yeah, so I thought it was interesting that they are so similar, and yet there are indeed some differences that were worth noting. So there you guys go, in case you were ever wondering about that. So as usual, if you liked the video, click the like button. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe. Leave comments down below, and until next time, bye!